me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, not so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is...
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wildcard game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jackson on first down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Here's Watkins on the jet sweep. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Check four.
Play action. Now Jackson into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And now it's 2nd down.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there. Threw it behind him. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chris Jones able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. He finds Humphreys. A 3rd down gain of 19. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complimentary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through.
Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's the former Titan Tyrann Mathieu with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. On 3rd down, Jackson. And going deep for Hill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. It's a big run there by Henry. Give him 52 yards on the ground. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. This is Henry. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. From 17 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular
foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Jackson now off the bootleg. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off around the 37. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up.
18 Gators. You draw quarter.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Off the play fake, here's Jackson, rolling to his right. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. It's a foot race, 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 77 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. After the penalty, it's Henry. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. A first down carry for Henry. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tannehill got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit trying to run it on 3rd down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
Here's Hill on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Play action. It's Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Kenny Vaccaro there to get a hand on that one.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you...
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 84 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. After the run, Tannehill going to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Tannehill now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. He will push his way down to about the 14. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Tannehill. Going right side here, and that's complete. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Titans are going to retake the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They go play action now. Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
On the ready.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you call multiple plays.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Tannehill. And he finds Corey Davis. 22 yards there, a first down.
Complete to Corey Davis.
Ready.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Titans first down.
Go. Ready.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. He's got it at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one good for 37 yards. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Now Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Set, ready, 18 Gators. Two times. Five down, stand up in.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. All right, Coach, thank you as always. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold-out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Wildcard weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Kansas City Chiefs. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Rip left, rip left. 80 weapon. Get it.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The 47-yard line.
Here we go. 30 base. Check the backer, check the backer.
Now this time he'll look to throw. It's brought in by Adam Humphries.
Tannehill pass complete to Adam Humphries. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Complete. It's Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. To throw is Tannehill. It's caught. Humphries. A gain of 22. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys can come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 5-yard line.
Ready. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll run it with Williams. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Let's go. 60 or 61. Matchbox lights.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. Yeah, they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The big back, Derrick Henry, held out of the end zone. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand.
On the set. 9:55. Man, I got you.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14, and they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Alert, 22 jet bombers, 22 jet bombers. Set. Check 13.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Jonnu Smith there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. 6-0 our score after 1. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Good coverage that time by Malcolm Butler.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Slam, slam, slam. 66, pull it, half. Check right, check right.
Play action. Now Jackson. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Watch tight end, tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down.
They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is right through. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
General West. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, Orville. Check. Mike 54.
Tannehill on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Recon, 132.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 39-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 25-yard line.
I can't help but laugh. And the only reason is anytime the backup breaks a big one like that, he's going to be hard to deal with in film, wanting to know why he's not getting started.
That's what he's thinking. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Chris Jones busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Tannehill. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
Here we go. Set. 90. Roll. 54. Pilot. 64.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are going to retake the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
At the 35-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
To throw is Jackson. He is going to find Hill here.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Murray. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the Titans' 46-yard line.
Check, ready. 15 on it. 15 on it. Tight end right. Tight end right. 3 down. 3 down. 3 down. 3 down. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the jet cover.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Running from the gun with Henry. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And some space here. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defense.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.